Well, thank you for joining me and the Old Corporate Prosperity team and the Prosperous Divas for this special presentation of Grow Your Mind and Money. We are interviewing Riah Michelle, a future legend in the entertainment world whose commitment and integrity inspire others. Her love for people has her work to make a difference for the most vulnerable among us. Riah has experienced the other side of the mountain, the valley, and the mountaintop, and has used those challenges to empower herself and others in pursuing their dreams. Riah speaks unabashedly from the heart. Her actions with seniors, children, the homeless, those little less fortunate, her to be a champion for humanity. Now, Shine, the original Sunshine Sister Poetry, sent us a special selection from her archive. Let's hear Desire.
My mic high. Your scent lingers on long after we left to go home, but you won't tell me what it is. Somehow your words stay stuck as I imagine my luck as good as it gets, just to get you. Once, twice, maybe even several times, can you imagine the things that are on my mind? Well, allow me to tell you, if you got a minute, I would allow you to get all up in it. But before I can let you go there are a few things that I like to share, like how good I am with my fingers and my hands. Are you listening, sweetie? 'Cause I do have a plan on how I can start and how good it'll be when I'm finished. Giving you a single piece of chocolate for an aphrodisiac. Yeah, I want you hard, 'cause I'm gonna need you to hit it from the back. Oh, goddamn, I like it like that. So I have to set you up proper, starting with my tongue. Me and your manhood can go one on one. As I hum the alphabet and get you ready to come. But please wait, I'm definitely not done. I have to show you how a real woman can do it. Take full control over your body and your mind, massaging your thoughts and fucking you at the same time. Just to see if you're on my level. Can you handle the fact that I've wanted you for a while? I waited. I did it with a smile. See, I already knew what I would do when I finally got you. See, desire is a motherfucker, a must-have. Yeah, baby, I can't wait till you tap this ass. See, I need you to be like Anita and give me the best that you got. Do you see how wet and warm it is now that you finally hit that spot? Now you know my pussy is like my poetry. It's good from all angles. Doesn't matter if it's a single word or a single stroke. The rest of y'all can take note of this girl's skills. Every time will be nothing but a thrill as I mount up to ride and take you inside of a place you ain't never been. You dreamed about it. You creamed when you thought about it. Shit so good that you faint without it. Now look at me and tell me you want to leave here tonight without it. I'm done with him. Now I desire you. Please pull up to the next window and please drive through. Press star 69 to repeat the message. Your scent lingers on long after we left to go home, but you won't tell me what it is.
Well, snap, snap, snap. Go, Shiny. Go, Shiny. Go. Okay. Before we continue,
Snap, go tap.
It's time to see what Prosperous our diva Robin has for us on today.
Thank you. I'm going to talk about finding the joy in the unenjoyable. So, jump out of that bed, make your bed, and clean your room. Write that report, make that phone call, hop on that exercise bike, make that embarrassing but magically bold request, and get it all behind you. Enjoy getting the unenjoyable stuff done and discover there's nothing that can stop you. The more unpleasant and challenging it is, the better you'll feel when you get it over with. Go ahead and get it done right now. No ifs, ands, or buts. Not this time. Make it a joy, not a chore. It may not be the most pleasant experience. Thrive from it. Go beyond surviving the experience. Introducing yourself to that new person can be uncomfortable and risky, yet more importantly, the access to your romantic dreams to come true. So take that risk. Trust in the divine, even if the experience is occurring as unenjoyable. You know you must go ahead and do it. Stop wasting your time and energy putting it off or overthinking it. Open yourself to the possibility of having what was once an unenjoyable experience become the joy of possibility over resignation. I love that topic, and what I'm present to about myself and growing my mind when it comes to the theme finding joy in the unenjoyable is how liberating and satisfying it is to do the things that my thoughts tell me will be unenjoyable, that I'm imagining are going to be unenjoyable. I'm present to how much I have come to enjoy things like straightening up and cleaning, which I used to resist and put off. I discovered that it was the imagining of what it would be like that was really unenjoyable, but the doing of it is not bad at all. And I totally love the results and really find it worth it to do the things that are the unenjoyable. And they also sometimes lead us to the results that we really crave the most. So that's what I'm present to. And now it's time for our special interview with Riah Michelle. Ronnie B., take it away. Yay!
Thank you, Diva Robin. And finding joy in the unenjoyable. And, just the thought of that is saying that you have a say in the matter of your experience, no matter what that experience, how that experience is occurring. You have a say in the matter. That is so, so powerful. And I just, oh God, Shani is amazing. But in this part of the interview, because we are going to interview Miss Riah Michelle, we learn about a challenge Riah faced in having her dreams fulfilled, a challenge that knocked the wind out of her sails. Somehow, some way, she kept going and turned that challenge from seeming defeat to victory. Thank you, Riah, for being on the show tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, thank you. Now, Riah, I'm going to dive right into it, okay?
Okay.
All right. I love that, right? Okay.
Are you going to dive into it, or are you going to laugh?
I just want to remind you that it's an interview, not an interrogation. Right. Can you please share an incident or time in your life that knocked the wind out of your sails, when the going got even rougher and you felt like you were lost? Please be as specific as possible so we can truly appreciate what you experienced. So please share a time when the going got even rougher.
I would say the time that I felt that things got harder for me is I would say that it would probably be the day that my dad left, only to say that a lot of people nowadays go through the whole thing, not having one parent, whether it be a father or a mother, and having that parent walk out despite what the reasoning is takes certain tolls on you. It can be demotivating. It could, it could just make you wonder all types of things. Are you worthy? Are you good enough, for anything? And so I would say that it kind of did something to my career because it was a point that I went through when I was always questioning, if what I was doing was good enough, if my music or, my art would, be worthy enough for someone to like, to grasp onto. And it took a while to overcome me feeling worthy enough to, to be heard by people or to be loved by people, for people to like my craft. So, yeah.
Now, Riah, I just want to, just so I can kind of just get a little bit of an idea. Now, you were already pursuing your career, and as you were doing that, you said your dad left, like your parents are divorced or separated, or can you give us a little bit more?
Yeah, separated. But I've been pursuing my career my whole life. Entertainment is something that I've always wanted to do.
No. Let me say, when you said your dad left, did he leave you and your mom?
He left me, my mom, my family. I mean, it's a...
Oh, got it. That was, okay, wow. Well, oh, okay, got it. Okay. And how old were you when that happened?
I was probably like 10.
Oh. Okay, and during that time you actually like you were actually like entertaining as a child, is that correct?
Correct. I used to model. Modeling was one of the major things that I was doing when I was younger. So modeling, I was on a dance team. I used to perform at the Rockets game. So yeah.
Okay. And so here it is, you this young lady at 10 years old and your dad leaves.
Correct.
Yeah. How was that for you?
You said how was it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said, it just was something that made me feel.
Did it suck?
It did, yeah, definitely. Like I stated earlier, it made me feel less. It made me feel unworthy of love or acceptance from anyone. It made me insecure in certain areas, where I didn't want to move forward with my craft or pursuing what I love to do, which, was modeling, dancing, singing. It at times made me want to give up on my art because someone gave up on me, and it made me want to give up on my dreams. So it was tough.
So when when your dad left, there was the what goes on with the family, and and I can imagine as a kid. Well, I can only think that as a 10-year-old, it's like this is not what really happens, but it's happening.
Correct.
And but so you found yourself, just to be clear, you stopped doing the things that were pursuing, that were for your dream.
Correct.
Now, so you stopped modeling and you stopped dancing.
Yeah, I started getting into trouble. I didn't have the push like that anymore. Like my focus was off. It was on completely the wrong thing.
And what kind of trouble did you get into?
Trouble in school, fights, teachers, typical teen stuff, I guess. But
you were fighting. Oh my God, you were fighting?
Yeah, well, I was. See, originally, I was in a good school district, as I would say. And when things change, circumstances change, finances change, everything changes in life. And we moved school districts, and my mom didn't know that the school district was changed because we were told that the school district would not change. And when we moved, they told us that, in fact, the school district had changed. And with the school district changing, I was in a school that I wasn't used to. I would say that this school was more rowdy. I would say that the kids were more boisterous. They were aggressive, you know, being the part, I guess, that the school was in. It was just different, you know, kids. It was, you know, a lot of bullying. It was a lot of things that would have made you have to fend for yourself at, you know, a young age.
Okay, got it. So your father left, and now not only that, the school district has changed, and now you find yourself in a situation where now you're getting into fights and having issues at school.
Right.
Wow, it was rough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know, going through it.
Oh, well, I mean, if it was easy, let me know.
Right. But I will say that it's made me a stronger woman today. So I'm grateful for any trial that I had to get through to get here.
Now, when all this happened, you were around 10 years old, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And now...
yes, I think you can at 10 because, see, when you're from a certain place, like, age don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be 10, 8, 12, like, memories gonna stick with you forever. Like, you don't, so people chasing dreams, you know, it used to be, I guess, people used to chase dreams when they got older, but dream chasing doesn't start when you get older. Dream chasing starts when you're able to dream. And kids, you know, tend to dream more. You know, that's the age where your dreaming is the most high until you go through life and people always telling you no, so you don't believe in nothing. That you're going to remember.
Yeah. Yeah, Ed, I'm with you at 10. Believe me, I for where I came from, it's amazing what I was dreaming of. But just mainly, I just wanted to get a reference in time because you're not 10 years old anymore.
Correct.
And at some point, there was a point where even with your father leaving, the situation at school, there was a point where I'll just say you made a choice. You saw the light. You saw something that said, you know what, I'm going back to my dream. And when did that happen?
I would say that point happened my freshman year in college. And it's a long time from 10, but it would have to be my freshman year in college when I got back and to fully indulge myself to my dream. And
now let me just because your freshman year in college, there's probably a lot of stuff that happened. But is there anything where you can, like if you sat back and you said, you know what, there was a moment when you could almost hear yourself saying or knowing or feeling that the past was gone and you were back going forward? Do you do you remember that? Or can, if we give you a second, you think you could be present to that again?
Yeah, the moment, I would say the moment would be, you know what, I would say the moment would be, I think I had a physics test, and leading up to that physics test, you know, I don't know, I just was telling myself like a week straight, like I just was feeling something. I was like, no, this isn't for you, and it wasn't. I was completely unhappy, and you know, I got to that physics class. They gave me the tampon, and you know, they was like, begin a test, and I'm just sitting there and thinking, and I just got up and left, and from that day,
wow.
I've been full-fledged in my career, and that was the most amazing day of my life.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for only making me pull it out of you like hen's teeth. But that is amazing. I've never ever had somebody tell me that they walked out of their physics exam and their whole world changed. My God, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
So what was the loss to the world of physics was made up in the world of music and entertainment. Is that the case?
You said the what?
Is that the case?
I know. Repeat
well, I was saying physics lost you, but entertainment got you.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Okay. All right. Well, I really just want to acknowledge you for hanging in with in the conversation with me. And oh wow, that was just awesome, just really really awesome. And wow, now at any part during any part of that, did you find yourself blaming other people or your circumstances or even yourself before you had that, let's say, aha moment?
Oh yeah, I found myself blaming everybody but me, actually.
Oh no! You said everybody but you. Oh no!
And being at that point in time, I was really blaming mostly my father. Like my father was the number one blame, for everything, for everything, and because I was just so hurt by the whole situation, and I blamed I just was my friends, and yeah, I just was blaming.
Oh God! Oh God, that is so beautiful. Oh God.
Yep.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, right. We got that. This is the past. The past. You walked out of your physics exam, and that changed everything. We got it.
Right.
Oh wow. Wow. Now, once you walked out of that physics exam, and because I can kind of see you going, you know what, I'm out of here, and you started to actually see your dream, the possibility of your dreams coming back to you. What steps did you take to get in action?
To get in action with my music career?
Yep. What steps did you take to get in action with it? Get back in the game.
The steps that I took to get in action, I had a couple photo shoots. I did a fashion show. Then I linked up with Stevie J. I don't know if you guys know who that is. He is a main star on the show.
I tell you what, let me rephrase the question. Okay, I'm going to rephrase the question. This is what I'm going to do. But what did you do, let's say, mentally and spiritually to get in action? Because you've kind of been, like, not doing what you wanted in life.
Well, I just pretty much said that I was going to go for it. It just really took prayer and faith and dedication. I changed my faith. And once I put my faith in the right place and made the decision to do so, then everything started falling in place.
Oh, that would be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good thing. Okay. All right, Riah. Riah, you are wonderful. And anybody that hang out with me in a conversation is pretty good anyway. But wow, I just want to I want to thank you for sharing. And I could talk to you with you forever, but we actually have a little more show, and you've been just totally generous. Now, remember that theme we had, finding joy in the unenjoyable, okay? And finding joy in the unenjoyable. What are you present to that you can share with our listeners from finding joy in the unenjoyable?
Like what am I going through, or like what's the situation presently?
No, what are you present to? What's just there when you hear finding joy in the unenjoyable?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I don't get the question, but finding joy in the unenjoyable for me is when somebody brings you, the wrong food and you don't like it and you still eat it anyway, and find joy in the food.
Awesome. Perfect. That is perfect.
All right. Okay. Okay. That's what you were present to. Okay. Again, I want to thank you for sharing, Riah. And let me check with the Divas and see what is present for them from the interview. And I think I saw Countess Jacqueline over there chirping. Countess Jacqueline, what are you present to from the interview?
I want to thank Rob for coming on the show and sharing her story with us, first off. It just sounds like a lot of perseverance in her story. You know, taking that, again, something that's meant to bring you down, and taking that fuel and using that fuel to create or engage in something that is going to influence the world or create something in the world. So that's always a great lesson. I want to thank you for sharing those intimate details about growing up, because I know also that's not easy to always talk about.
Yes, ma'am.
So I feel good. I feel persevered through what I'm currently experiencing. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Countess Jacqueline. Diva Janet.
Yes, Ronnie. What I'm present to in finding joy in the unenjoyable, and from the young ladies sharing, is first and foremost is summoning the courage to do something else instead of succumbing to what those external noises were screaming at her, that obviously she doesn't rate because daddy is no longer there. She doesn't have the support system that some other girls possibly have. And just making up her mind to own her space. And even if she was not completely cognizant of what she was doing, she did it. She became one with the vibration that was confronting her in order to produce the results where she is now. And I find it's just remarkable to be that young and insightful, because there are so many young people without support systems, and because of where we are with technology and just the structural deterioration on so many levels, they need to know they have what it takes. This is what I'm present to. She knew somehow, even if she didn't figure it all out right then, but there was something that told her she was worth it. And I applaud her for sharing her story and for making it, because you were not paying a price just for you. It's the people that you're going to meet along the way that's going to need what you have, because they don't have it. And you're going to be that light for them. That's what I'm present to.
Wow. Thank you.
And sometimes you just got to show up and take stuff, Ronnie, you know. You just got to take it. You can't wait for people to introduce you. You got to get on stage and say, I'm here. I am here. I'm here. I'm here.
You have to shake it. Sometimes you have to shake your tail. Diva Robin. What is present for you?
First of all, Riah, thank you so much for opening up and sharing with everyone. And I want to also ditto what has already been said, but I also want to say that as an artist, I think that one of the takeaways is that when you find your own true voice, there's power in that, and that when Riah got clear that who she is as an artist, that created a place to stand, a place from which to be empowered. So, you know, it's a game worth playing, and that it's so valuable when you have the gift of knowing what it is that you're really up to in life, and that it's your heart, it's your soul, and there's just no being stopped.
That's true. That's true. much. Thank all you guys.
No being stopped. Wow. Empress of Faith?
Yes. Hello, Riah.
Hi.
Hi. So for myself, I really want to acknowledge you for your being, you were able to triumph over the past and being bold and just freeing yourself. I acknowledge you for, I thank you for helping us remember that, yes, we as children, even though we're adults, when we were children and those children that are amongst us today dream, and that's where we create. That is where we're at our most purest form, and our dreams can become our realities if they're nurtured and if they are loved on and if they're taken seriously, by adults or by others or whomever. However, off the cuff it may seem, it's still our dream,
Right.
And thank you for living out that and for, challenging yourself internally, even when you didn't realize that that's what you were doing. You went for it, and stepping out of that classroom and not going back saying, oh, no, this ain't for me.
Right.
That was very bold.
Yeah.
And, so thank you for fighting through those experiences and just, when you're a kid and you're 10 years old and you lose a parent, it's so easy for us, and whoever's been through it, because I've been through it, and I have an amazing relationship with my father, but my parents just got a divorce, and it was what they had going on. But when you're a kid, you own it. When you're a kid, you're trying to identify what you did wrong. And thank you for sharing it, because so many people in the world suppress that or don't, or have never gotten past that or gotten over it or let it go and just looked at it for what it was and understood that it had nothing to do with you. So I really acknowledge you. I appreciate you sharing and, just being the amazing woman that you are and getting past and through the pressure, and developing yourself and strengthening yourself and allowing yourself to be molded and broken down so you could be built up with the things that you needed to have within you in order to be the amazing person that you have become and the person that you are still yet to become through your experiences and your challenges. And don't stop sharing. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That was great. Thank you.
All right, and Empress of Faith. But we have Diva Nikki.
Well, I am present too. First, let me echo what's already been echoed. So let me echo the gratitude for Riah sharing and being our guest today. I want to say I'm present to her openness about what I would consider to be very, very vulnerable moment in time for her. That troublesome times, when her father left, and her not eagerness, but her boldness in sharing that, and how that can help so many people, because sometimes we don't realize that the pain that we have is not isolated to us. And if we can overcome our pain, then our overcoming can be someone else's rope to overcome or helping hand to overcome. So I'm present to that, and I'm present to her just being here and being present past all of that. And to be able to say what she said, even with her mom being on the phone, because sometimes it's not really easy to share parts of us when it comes to our parents in front of another parent. So I'm just present to her owning all of who she is right now in this moment.
Got it. Got it. And she's not that old, Riah. And, but she'll take a yes, ma'am. She was in the military. Thank you, Diva Nikki. And, Riah, as I said, we could talk forever. We're going to hear more from Riah later in the show. It's time for a prosperous spirit. Now, Miss Cookie sent some inspiring words that we can all share. Diva Nikki, over to you.
Yes, prosperity. I live in the flow of infinite abundance. If I limit my idea of prosperity to material possessions or success, I will miss out on the opportunity to fully realize true prosperity. I am prosperous when I live in cooperation with the universal flow of abundance that is everywhere present. I live and breathe within God. The only thing that could ever be lacking is my focus on and awareness of that truth. I bring my awareness gently and purposefully to my spiritual center. I breathe in and connect with the universal flow. I see with fresh eyes the resources available to accomplish great things. I hear with new ears wise words that lead me to my death, and I feel with a new heart the divine guidance readily available. I live in the flow of infinite abundance. Stay tuned for The Kitchen with Miss Cookie and The Corner with Countess Jacqueline, featuring music from our guest, Riah Michelle. Welcome back. We give it all to you right here on Blow Your Mind and Money, and we do it all with what? With love. Okay. Something smells great, and I think it's another dish by Miss Cookie, and she's whipping it up in the kitchen. But let's see, Diva Robin is going to share the recipe. So, Diva Robin, what's going on in the kitchen?
Oh, Diva Nikki, let me tell you, is good smells and good tastes. Welcome to the kitchen. We have a great recipe to feed those hearty appetites that have been working diligently on growing their minds and money. The recipe is organic, gourmet chocolate chip cookies. And who doesn't love chocolate chip cookies? Fast, easy, and healthy, melt-in-your-mouth cookies made with organic ingredients. You can whip them up in 10 minutes, and your family will thank you. This recipe makes 24 cookies, so you better grab them fast. Here are the ingredients. 1½ sticks of organic butter, softened. 1½ cups of organic brown sugar. 1½ tablespoons of vanilla extract. 2 tablespoons of organic cream. 2 organic pasture-raised eggs. 1½ cups of organic flour. 1 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of salt or 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. 12 ounces of organic cacao chips. Those are raw chocolate. 2 ounces of organic cacao chips. Directions. You ready? First, place the butter in a large mixing bowl. Add the sugar, vanilla, half and half, and the egg. Mix it well with a stand or handheld mixer until creamed. Then add the flour, baking soda, and salt. Mix well with the mixer. Then add the chocolate chips and mix until they are well incorporated into the batter. Place a spoonful of cookie dough on a sprayed cookie sheet, meaning sprayed with oil or other, can't think of the word. and bake it at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes until golden brown. These delicious cookies will bring a smile to everyone's face this holiday season. I don't know about you, but there's nothing that I love the smell of more than fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, and eating them is just heaven. Yum, yum. Thank you so much, Miss Cookie. Now it's time for the corner with Countess Jacqueline. Let's give her a smooch and a rose. Over to you, Countess Jacqueline.
Receiving. I'm only taking the smooches and roses.
Aw.
And thank you guys. All right, so we give it all to you on Grow Your Mind and Money. And we do it all with love. Shawnee left the key to the lounge with Diva Nikki. Nope.
Sounds like you're on the wrong part, Miss Countess Jacqueline. You're on the corner.
You're right. But we still, everything I said is valid.
That's true. And why the heck not? Right?
But look, get back over there on the corner. You know, for somebody hop in your seat.
So today we are featuring music from our guest, Riah Michelle from Houston, Texas, who currently resides in Atlanta. We asked the team to vote whether the track should get a smooch and a rose or if it needs more fertilizing. Let's hear the first track, which is titled, It Don't Really Matter.
Like someone
So that was, it don't really matter. So is the track getting a smooch and a rose or free fertilizer? I'm going to start with the Empress of Faith, Nakia. Is that a rose I see you holding?
It is a rose. I get the song, and I get where it's like the level of innocence before you've actually been through storms, where it doesn't really matter wherever we go. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm with you, and, you know, we'll weather the storm. We'll make it through whatever, no matter how things look, no matter what people say. As long as we're together, that's all that matters. And so it took me back to the days when you hadn't experienced all the heartache. You hadn't, it's like your ride or die experience with that person. That's who you planning on being with. That's who you love. And, you know, no matter what the experience is, as long as you two are together, everything will be okay. So I'm definitely going to give it a smooch and a rose.
We'll take that rose.
Sound like the kid was being a little sentimental there.
Memories.
That was before you experienced it. It was like, woo, yes, whatever it is. Now I'm older, so, you know, I got all that baggage, so, you know, I don't necessarily have it. But I get it. I get it, because it was definitely there at that point. So, yeah, I'm going to give that definitely a smooch and a rose.
Thank you.
All right. And Diva Janice, smooch
Yes.
and a rose.
Yeah. Well, of course, I just sent a message. I was technically challenged because I really couldn't hear it per se, but I can tell you what does resonate with me is just the title. It really doesn't matter. So that's in my wheelhouse. So based upon the title alone, I would say smooch and a rose, unfortunately, because it just really doesn't matter because we're all on divine assignment. So I say God bless. But I love that. So that's what sold me. And thank you, Empress of Faith, for sharing a little bit of the lyrics as you were giving your commentary because I couldn't hear. I really couldn't hear. But that's my take.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A big Diva Robin.
Hello. I also was unable to hear it, and what I could hear was mostly just the beat, which, you know, I tap dance and it's all about the beat, so I'm happy to hear a good beat. And also, same thing. I have the same comment that Diva Janice did, that I was appreciative that Empress of Faith Nakia actually mentioned something about the lyrics, so I could get kind of a sense of what it was about beyond just the title. And so I think I'll not give a smooch or fertilizer, but just applaud the effort.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Perfect. All right, Diva Nikki. Are you voting for a rose or are you pushing out fertilizer?
Now, you know I don't push out smooches and rose deep. Let's be very clear. I don't just hand my smooches and roses think she's not. But this young lady's gonna get a smooch and a rose. Okay, I love it a lot. And I love how unique it is. It is very original. It does not sound like just anything that's out there. It doesn't sound like everything else. And it does sound so innocent and just cute and fresh. So, yes, we're going to give some smooches and roses.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I'm just going to say that I'm heartbroken that Diva Janice and Diva Robin weren't able to hear the track, and we're going to get the track to them because it really is a great song. And
that's wonderful. Thank you.
And I'll just say the romantic in me really liked it. Smooch and a rose.
Aww.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
The romantic in you, huh?
It exists. It exists. There have been stories.
We believe them. I'm also going to give the song a rose because I like the vibe. The frequency was very calming and relaxing, and I'm all for that. It actually just made me more relaxed right now while we were doing the interview. So,
yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to be done. Thank y'all.
So up next, we have Carolyn Trayor, and in the spirit, Christmas in a Bad Year. All right. I'm in the Christmas mood now. What about you, ladies? Let's start with Diva Nikki.
Well, it was a beat, and all I can really hear is that it was a beat. Sounds very happy. All I got.
So neither.
I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it well enough to say I want to, back up their fertilizer truck. But from the jingle, what I could hear, it made me go closer to a happy place than a boo-boo place. So
the rose by default. I got it. Diva Janice.
Well, I have to go on the side of happiness, darling. It was very happy. It reminded me of going to church, so I'll take that. I couldn't hear anything. But I'll take the toe tapping and hand clapping. I'll take that. I'm sure it was inspirational. I just couldn't hear, unfortunately. I couldn't hear. But because this is the reason for the season, and we're in this season, I'll say, all right, I'll take that. That's all I got.
Diva Robin.
Well, I couldn't hear it either. I really couldn't. And yeah, so I think I'm just going to pass for not being able to make an informed choice about a rose or fertilizer. I know it's a heavy, heavy subject, but that's all I have at the moment.
Well, all right. What about the Empress of Space, Nakia? I know you heard it.
I think of the song and who sung it before I'm able to give an opinion. I'm not supposed to go down like that.
Carolyn Trayor.
Who say that again?
Carolyn Trayor. Did I say it wrong? Why are you laughing?
Are you saying Carolyn?
Yeah, Carolyn.
I hope,
so you said it all right.
I hope she's not listening. That's all I have to say.
What's her last name?
Trayor.
Who has the spelling? Yes, no?
and what is your verdict, Empress of Space?
I didn't give one. I just want to know the name of the song and the artist. And before I close my eyes, I'll say Rose, but I can't do nothing right now.
Countess Jacqueline, give her the name of the artist and the track, please.
What's the last name?
Trayor. She wants to know the spelling. Ronnie B.
Traore.
You saying F is in Frank?
No, T like Tom, R like Robert, A like Alpha, O like Omega, R like Roger the Rabbit, E like Edward.
Oh. Okay, so what's the name of the song?
Christmas in a Bad Year.
What's in a bad year?
Christmas.
Oh, Lord. Hey, bad year. Praise the Lord. Okay. All right. So, yeah. I'll a bit later, but we're going to move on. Okay. We're going to move on. I can't give nothing. I got it. Okay. We're going to move on. Thank y'all. That's all I
got. Countess Jackson, I think you got to move this, keep the mood segment moving.
All right. Well, I thought personally the song made me want to do the jig. I think that's what you call it. Snap your fingers.
Talk to your father. Well, talk to our father.
All those things he used to do.
You going back that far? Talk to our father.
I was in the mode. Right? What about you? Any thoughts?
You know what? I kind of thought it was a cute little song. It was festive in the holiday spirit. You know, sometimes it can be a bad year for you. And, you know, the Christmas come around and you get a little cheered up. I thought it was a nice, cheery track, and it stayed in her lane. Now, did our guest get the vote?
Well, I was asking her.
You said Riah. I heard Ronnie. I heard hey. Well, you know what? Look, I may not be as young as Riah, but I'm as good looking.
Okay, see, I thought you said Riah. I was like, you said Riah?
Yeah, I thought
you said Riah.
Okay. Well, I could not hear the song, but I could hear, the regular Christmas beat that I hear in songs. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give the young lady an E for effort because it's her craft, and I don't know what it really sounded like, and it probably sounded really good. I just couldn't hear it.
Well, it doesn't sound all that good now.
I like that. From one artist to another. I like that. I'll give her an E. Just try. We'll give her an E.
We're going to add that.
So keep pushing. Carol, what's her name? Carol?
Don't you give up. Don't you give up.
Amen. Don't give up.
Okay, I have a vote. Mr.
Okay.
Can I?
Who came with the late vote?
Yes, Mom.
I like it. And I'm going to give it a smooch and a rose. And it's like, it is a Christmas song. It is inspirational. It's encouraging. And it's like, what do you say? What do you do? You know, when it's not warm outside, when it's raining, you know, when you're having a bad day, or when you don't want to smile. And, you know, it's like, it uplifts you. There's power even in the darkest hour. We know hope makes us strong. We get up and carry on, not just on Christmas, but every day, because we know love rules the way. So what do you say? And it's like really jazzy. It's cool. I like that.
I'm feeling it. I can hear you playing, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now.
Yeah, I can hear it better. I can hear it too when you play it. That's great. We finally get to hear it.
Right there, I like it. That.
What do you say?
Exactly. Excuse me.
Really matter.
So I definitely give it a smooch and a rose, and that was really, really cool and awesome. And I think that no matter, and like she said, no matter what day it is, even if it's Christmas or not, what do you say? What are you doing on a bad, bad day? And it just has you stop and reflect. No matter what's going on, we know who we belong to. We know where our power comes from. And we can get through it, and we can bring light throughout our darkness. Because who does that? Jesus. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate y'all working with me.
Thank you. Because hearing you play the background and say the lyrics, it gave me an opportunity.
And Countess Jacqueline, you need to reclaim your segment and move it on.
Yes.
All right. Boss said, Diva Nikki, can you please take us to
Who's in a row? Oh, okay. We're going to go on a break now, okay? So up next, we have Shiny Sunshine Lounge, and the Empress of Faith is going to interview Riah Michelle, plus voices from the ether, so please stay tuned. Right.
Welcome back. We give it all to you on Grow Your Mind and Money, and we do it all with love. Now, Shawnee did leave the keys to the lounge with Diva Nikki. But before we head to the lounge, I think Diva Janice has something she wants to share.
Oh, absolutely. On this show, anything is possible. That's why everybody needs to tune in every week that the Prosperous Divas are on the air, because you just never know when that wonderful moment is going to happen. But for the audience as well as for the young lady, Ronnie, I'm so thrilled that I reached out to my business partner, Robert Ellis, who is a media executive and a record producer as well. And he really loved the track. It don't really matter. So he asked me to ask you, he says, first of all, ask her if she has a label and an agent. That's the business part. The second part is, let her know that I really love this track. And third, can she perform live? Is she a good performer live? So these are my questions I need you to answer so that I can share it with the guys in New York. Because I can tell you what's going to happen. You're probably coming to New York.
Oh, it's so much. Yes, I can perform live. And what was the other question? Because I was so excited. I missed it.
Do you have an agent? In other words, are you under contract with anyone? And if you are, how long is that contract? And what's the financials on the contract? We'll get to that. But just know there's an open door for you. But I do need to know if you're on, but first of all, I do need to know if you have an agent. I can't get around that.
Yes, I have a manager right now, and that's my producer. He produces all my tracks and shoots my videos. So I have a manager. Now everything else, we're gonna have to call each other and talk about all those. I'm going to talk to him so that we can all talk, because he's my manager.
Well. Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, when you have time, Google his name. It'll make you happy. Who's looking at you and who's calling for you? Google his name. Most people call him Bob. Most people call him Bob, but his name is Robert Ellis Silverstein.
I'm sorry. I just had to jump in and speak for her for a second. Based upon her situation, things are negotiable. She's not in no hard-headed situation. She's in a family-orientated situation. So,
that's lovely. I love it already.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
well, we'll talk off the air. We'll talk off the air, but I just wanted to share you have someone really, really interested in knowing about you as an artist, and it is such a pleasure, really such a pleasure, to be able to make the connection. Absolutely. So, back over to you, ladies.
All right. Okay. I think Diva Nikki got a lounge to open up.
All right.
Me? Lounge. Yes. Shiny Sunshine Lounge. Welcome to Shiny Sunshine Lounge, where we feature a mixture of goodies that will stimulate your mind and maybe have you tap your feet. And tonight, we have an awesome poet by the name of Masterpiece Poet performing Black Girl Blues. Never get.
She had them raging hips, fire from her tongue. She equipped with a blazing glare. Let them boys in the smoke. The sun don't touch her. She too hot, scorching. Burnt from all the ways them devils told her how to cook her soul. Nowadays, they say she's pretty for a dark girl. Like it's a compliment. Smothered in Sarah Bartman's hips. Miley Cyrus call it a prop now. Black girl be too permeated. You see us everywhere, but our mouths ain't got no filter if you can't hold water. Black girl be in the itty bitty McKinney bikini showing out they flinging us now. She got child support superpower singing I wish you would hymns. One of these days, black girl be so powerful her hair will stay pressed after being underwater. Can't put no seasoning on that. Her tongue too crispy and she got flavor. Ain't that how them mulatto babies is made? Peach be so juicy, you gotta tell her hair ain't good. Condition them so their head ain't dry. Bleaching our skin so that we can be white enough. Photoshopping our bodies so that we can be photogenic enough. Post-traumatic syndrome got us forgetting about ourselves. We so potent, NAACP had to remind us, white girl wanna be black. Ask Rachel, black girl, free free yourself. And when you fly, tell them, Fannie Ham Ascension, tell them, you are your own queen. Tell them, your brown sugar maple syrup can't be bought off shelves. Tell them, dark don't mean dirty. Nappy don't mean nasty. Loud don't mean ratchet. Bold don't mean problematic. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. But in these times, the blacker the baby, the longer the noose. Our sons don't need sunscreen. They run from protection. They get their vitamin D from laying 4 hours face down on the ground. They want to keep us uneducated. File us in Section 8. Then when we start to assimilate, we start talking like we got some sense. Start walking like we learned we can run for president now. Start protesting because we stand up for our rights. We have a purpose here. You can't take that away. You can't until our sons no more. You can't 16th Street Baptist Church burn our bodies no more. You can't walk up in the church and shoot us in prayer no more. You can't kill us in the jail cell and call it suicide no more. This ain't open season. Black girl, you are brick. You are mortar. You are design. You are ceiling. More than just measurements. Raise your head. This black girl ain't got no blues tonight. You be you in your blue hue. Beautiful as you want to be. Dark eyes, thick thighs. We don't need to apologize.
Well, that is China. That is Black Girl Blues by Master Poet. And let's see if we can get some snaps from Rice Tomatoes if you're able to hear it. I was not. Diva Janice.
I don't know what I did.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, I could not bring myself to text again. The sound is off, and I'm not really sure why. I can only hear bits and pieces, so I'll extract what I heard, which was positive, which is keep your head up and don't allow, I think, the external whatever to rule your day. Other than that, I really couldn't hear. So I'm at a loss right now. I really am. That's what I have.
Okay. Thank you. So we'll take that as some snaps.
Yes. Thank you.
Riah Michelle, were you able to make out anything from the track, please? And if you were, could you tell us if you would give it a snap, some snaps, or a rotten tomato?
I cannot hear. I couldn't hear the record, the poem, and it's really breaking my heart because I couldn't hear it. But I'm gonna say that it was good. Okay. Can somebody repeat the poem? Like, cause it's like so. I don't know where it's playing from, right. And it just comes through all like, and I can't hear any of it.
I understand. Right now, we're gonna give it a snap. We don't have
a snap. All right.
Countess Stephanie, what say you on the hearing and the judgment?
She equipped with a blazing glare, lifting boards with smoke. The sun don't touch her, she too hot. Scorching. Burnt from all ways and devil told her how to cook her soul. Nowadays, they say she's pretty for a dark girl. Like it's a compliment. Smothered in Sarah Buckman's kiss. My Cyrus call her top now. That girl be too permeated. You see us everywhere around. Now they got her filtered. You can't hold water. That girl be in the itty bitty bikini showing how they flinging us now. She got child support superpower singing. I wish you would give me. One of these days, that girl was so powerful. Her hair would stay fresh after being underwater. Can't put no seasoning on that. Her tongue too crispy. And she got flavor. Ain't that happens a lot of babies with made. Pieces so juicy. You gotta tell them the hair ain't good. Condition so the hair ain't dry. Bleaching our skin so that we can be white enough. Photoshopping our bodies so that we can be photogenic enough. Post-traumatic syndrome got us to forget about ourselves. We so public. NAACP had to remind us, white girl want to be black. Ask Rachel, black girl, free yourself. And when you fly, tell them, Fannie Ham Ascension, tell them, you are your own queen. Tell them, your brown sugar maple syrup can be bought off shelves. Tell them, dark don't mean dirty, nappy don't mean nasty, loud don't mean ratchet, bold don't mean problematic. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. But in these times, the blacker the baby, the longer the noose. Our sons don't need sunscreen. They run from protection. They get their vitamin D when they are 4 hours face down on the ground. They want to keep us uneducated. Section 8. They want to stay. Then when we start to assimilate, we start talking like we got to start walking like we learn to be around the president. Now start protesting because we stand up for our rights. We have a purpose here. You can't take that away. You can't and kill our sons no more. You can't 60 streets out in church burn our lives no more. You can't walk in the church and shoot us in prayer no more. You can't kill us in the jail and call it suicide no more. This ain't open season. Black girl, you are rich. You are moral. You are designed. You are feeling more than this measurement. Raise your head. This black girl and y'all will lose tonight. You be you and don't lose you. Beautiful as you want. You dark eyes, thick eyes. We don't need to apologize.
Thank you. That helped a lot. So I'm going to circle back around really quick, and I'm going to ask Diva Jen, can we get your judgment now on Black Girl Rule?
Certainly, yes, Black Girls Rule, absolutely. Is it 2 snaps? What am I giving her? I'm sorry. I was caught up with this. This
snaps or rotten tomatoes? Snaps or rotten tomatoes?
Snap, darling. Snap, 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 snap.
Awesome. Diva. No, Riah Michelle. Riah Michelle. Now that you can hear more of it, what say you, Riah Michelle? Artist to artist. What say you?
Oh, I'm gonna give that like 100 snaps because I just heard and I felt so much power in what she was saying and how she was saying it. I just felt so much power, and especially for our Black girls, I think that's definitely something that during these times, that they really need to hear. So, great job. How many snaps? I'm trying to give it 100 snaps. So what's the minimum? What's it?
100. We're going to take 100 snaps. We got it. We're giving a snap.
100 snaps.
All right. Now, Miss Jacqueline, what have we got here? Snaps or rotten tomatoes?
Yeah. I still couldn't hear what was being said. However, I do agree with Riah with as far as her passion and the energy, and I feel like she was checking somebody about telling her what to do, and I'm all for that. So, Rose, it is.
Okay, so in this segment, we're giving out snaps and tomatoes. Snaps and rotten tomatoes. Can you take a snap?
Double snap.
Okay.
Double snap.
Okay, double snap. We got it. Okay, awesome. Diva Robbie.
Hello. Me too. I could hear an occasional word, but really not the whole gist. But I did love the delivery and the obvious passion. So I'll give it 1 snap.
Okay, we'll take that snap. 1 snap is better than the tomato. So, Empress of Faith, Nakia, are we giving her snaps or are we giving her some rotten tomatoes? What say you?
I'm giving her all kinds of snaps, smooches, and some roses because I did listen to the entire content.
Oh, come on.
It was about empowerment of not only African American women but men as well, and speaking essentially of how society suppresses us or makes us feel as though we're not good enough or we're angry Black women or we're hostile because we stand up for ourselves, because we're speaking up for ourselves, because we're protecting our children. And just because we have laid on our backs, it doesn't define who we are or who our children are or the color of our skins or the color of our children's skins as they come out, regardless of, and she spoke of NAACP and the I don't know if you want to say Black woman or the white woman who colored herself Black to become the president of the NAACP, and it just spoke of real life situations and things that are going on in the world and in society and how we are seen. But she's also making it clear that Black girl has no blues. There's no reason for a Black woman to sing the blues because we're going to speak up. We're going to empower ourselves. We don't have to be degraded or kept separated. So stand up for who you are. Love yourself and love your experience and speak up. So basically, that's what it was about. And when you have an opportunity, definitely go back on YouTube and check it out. I was trying to play it for y'all, then I realized somebody else was playing it, so I was like, oh, back it up. So, yeah, I got with that.
All right. Well, thank you, Empress of Faith. I am also going to give her some snaps as well. I'm familiar with Masterpiece Poet and her delivery and her empowerment in all her glory that she writes in. So, and with this poem and how it's broken down by Nakia as well, I'm going to give it some snaps. So next we have, if you enjoyed the performance, and you go back and say, you can check her out on All the Country Radio and YouTube. Now, it is time for, because I know you've been waiting, we've been anticipating this moment to continue our interview with Riah Michelle, the champion for humanity. Empress of Faith, over to you.
All right. Hey, Riah.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. So,
No problem.
awesome. Let's talk now. Okay, so I definitely want to thank you for sharing and, again, your authenticity. Before we discuss your career as an entertainer, I would like for you to please share a little bit about the group your sister founded and the difference you and they make for seniors, children, the homeless, and those less fortunate.
Okay. The foundation that my sister started is called Minds at Ease, and it's something that she really holds dear to her heart. It's, for women who have, have been through things that they might not want to talk about, or, they might not even feel comfortable talking about, but just on a broad aspect, women, certain things that a woman can go through or things that can happen to her. And it's a group that's just, made to give your mind peace, to put your mind at ease from, whatever may have happened to you. She holds toy drives for the kids. I've done a lot. Yeah, I've done some things with kids with, mental disabilities. We would go to it's a center in Houston, and the MLC Campbell Center. And we'll, set up games and bouncy houses for them, and, just show them a good time. I spent a lot of times at, nursing homes. It was actually a lady there that I took really fond to. She ended up passing away. God bless her heart. And so those things I feel are really important because it's just good to let people know that there's someone who cares. There's someone who cares about your life. Your life is just as important as everyone else's. And it's important to show people that society has deemed, as less or, they're not able to do certain things, to show them that they can do all the things that anyone else can do and that they can overcome those things. So that's the importance to me.
Wow. I really get that. I'm sure so many of us can appreciate what you're doing and what your sister has done for our seniors, for our children, those with disabilities, those without, for the homeless population and those less fortunate. And this is definitely a season that we're in now with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming about, where we definitely need to take note and take notice of those communities, those individual communities, and be present with them so they can make it through another season and feel loved and accepted and appreciated. So I acknowledge you and your sister for the work that you're doing, and I appreciate that. And in this segment, Riah, we will learn more about you and your career as a future entertainment legend. And we see that's already being created. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Indeed.
So excited.
Absolutely. And so, Riah, I would like for you to please share get that word, the aha moment when you knew in your heart of hearts that being an entertainer on the professional level was the thing for you to do, on that level of professionalism beyond just what you wanted to do, okay?
Yes. The moment that I knew that, being an entertainer it was the moment that, I let someone hear my music and it brought tears to their eyes. And at that moment, I was like, wow, this is something that could really, touch someone's, soul, heart, change their outlook. This is something that can help people through so many things in life. Music is an outlet, and it was just a wow moment, and it really touched my heart, and that's something that I'm going to always hold on to, is that knowing that my music can affect people, and, in a way that, is unexplainable.
Thank you so much. That, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were able, not only are you able to impact others, but was also personally impacted.
Yeah.
And
that's
you can't just step over that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What circumstances, people or challenges come into consideration as you do the work to be successful in the entertainment industry? And along with that question, I also want to know, what do you think or say success would look like for you in the entertainment world? And we definitely just whatever comes to you, and continue to share, authentically and be transparent.
Success in the music world, honestly, would be, of course, to hear, my music be, number one worldwide. But the biggest success I feel I could get in the music industry is when people, that came before me, no matter who it is who's already in the industry, to hear them speak highly of my music, to hear them, even to hear people say, like, that's Riah Michelle. Her sound is different. It gives us a different feeling. It's legendary. And it touches people. That's the biggest success that I could, reach for in the industry. In love, and just giving and receiving so much love is the biggest thing to me.
Wow. Okay, so definitely touching others and being acknowledged by those legends before you. But what about the circumstances and people or new challenges that come up into consideration as you're doing the work to be successful in this industry? What does that look like? What have you experienced?
Are you asking about the good times and bad times, like the road to it?
Well, I mean, is there a particular circumstance, or is there a particular person or a group of new challenges that you have to really consider when you're going within this industry, when you're trying to become successful? I mean, because you can go on a level plane, right, for a period of time, or you can be going up the incline, and then all of a sudden you hit a wall. It's like, well, what the hell is going on? Where that wall come from? I've been doing good all this time, or, experiencing all these things, and now I have this challenge, or I have this circumstance, or I have this person that is trying to prevent me from becoming successful in this industry. What is up with that? Okay. That's what I'm asking for.
Okay, yeah, the biggest circumstance that I would say would be definitely opinion. It is opinions could, make you want to stop, and you can be doing so good, and then here someone comes and saying, well, this, and, oh, that's not, you don't want to do that. That's not good enough, and you start just questioning everything that you felt so good about, based off of, one little opinion or one, little comment or judgment, people who might just not want to see you make it, but it still affects you. So that's like the biggest thing right there.
Wow. So would you include when you have somebody that throws their opinion out there, because you can be so strong, right, and have your big girl panties on with some people,
right,
and then all of a sudden you got that one that comes and throw a comment out there, and then that's when it resonates with you, and then you start to self-doubt as well? Or is it just solely based on, a comment that somebody else makes?
It's, you're right. It's usually a comment from a particular person. It mostly, a comment from a family member. Even a distant family member or a close friend. Those are the ones that hit me the most.
It makes sense, and it's nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. And a lot of us, I can definitely resonate with that, because sometimes we're more sensitive to family members or close friends versus a stranger on the street that makes an impact on us. So, thank you for being transparent and allowing us to see, painting that picture for us, because, I mean, each of us can see a person, a relative, a mom or dad, a family member, sister, brother, somebody you have a high regard for, or just respect, or just somebody in your family, and you want everybody to empower you and love on you, and then you get somebody that throws a monkey wrench in there. That can definitely be a challenge. So let's talk about a disappointment that involved working with others on a project that had you shake your head. A disappointment.
A disappointment that had me shake my head is I actually had a manager. I had a manager in Houston, and we were supposed to be working on my music and getting in the studio, and one day he was like, well, we were supposed to be going to the studio. He was like, I'm already at the studio. Like, come up to the studio, and so I go to the studio, and everybody's like, chilling in the studio. Then I hear, him tell someone, he's like, well, she's just my ride. And I was like,
What?
And, yeah. And, he was like, she's just my ride. And I was like, what? Like, nah. And, that was the biggest head shake. And I was like, wow, someone who's supposed to be my manager, who I'm trusting with, my baby, my art, something, and it was crazy. It was kind of like betrayal at the same time.
Hell, that'd have me shaking my head. I'm like, what? I mean, that floored me. So, okay, yeah. Thank you. Please share a specific moment or event where your efforts and specifically the work of others on a project brought a smile to your face.
Oh, I would say that would be when the first moment that I worked with my manager. The track, the first moment that I just heard the beat and, we put the lyrics together, and then we got a member, to come help, with the video, and I had never felt so much love, from a team. I never had it. And just the fact that people were happy, to be working on my stuff, and, they were doing it with love, and it came out so great. And there was no complaint. And the
host has joined the conference.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. So between hearing the beat and the music sounding amazing and working on the video, it was just heart touching to feel like your team, loved you and and loved what you had going on. So. Yeah.
Wow. Looking at your life just coming to a degree, 360 from your dreams to your reality. Man, that is amazing. One thing that I want to do right now, and thank you so much for sharing and being transparent and just so authentic with you being who you are with us and in the world. And I want to check in with the Divas and see what was present for them from the interview. Diva Janet.
Okay. Yes. What's present for me overall is this beautiful presence that is really coming full circle, and it's just a beautiful thing. And I know as doors continue to open for her, they already have, and she's sitting wherever she's sitting, and people are calling for her in New York, so this is a wonderful thing. She's going to do some really great things in life, and it's just nice. It's just really nice to hear that someone made it past whatever demons they were wrestling with, or whatever the pitfalls, that they got past that to get to the next dimension. So that's what's present for me.
Wow. Thank you so much for that share, Janice.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Diva Robin, would you like to take a moment and share with us, love?
I would. Riah, thank you for opening your heart and for your vulnerability and your spirit, first of all. And I certainly second what Diva Janice just said. And I think that The two words that are there for me are courage and persistence. There's, and we talked about that with you earlier in this segment. You've turned, what comes up for me is that old story of Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know if you guys remember that fairy tale. It was about the turning straw into gold. Mm-hmm. And it occurs to me that you are someone who has turned the straw in your life into gold, and you've turned the challenges into opportunities. And the other thing that I think of is inspiration. And as you grow and your success expands, the opportunity will be not only for your self-expression to be heard in larger and larger audiences, but also for your story to inspire the people who come behind you. So that's what I'm present to, and thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Diva Robin. Jacqueline, would you like to share with us, love?
I concur with the good energy on this call. I'm very excited about the text that Janice got and the response and what that's going to create for Riah and what she's doing. So I think this has been a great moment with us connecting here today.
It definitely has.
So I'm just glad to be present.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jacqueline.
Of course.
Diva Nikki, my love, would you like to share? I know you do. I know you ready.
I was about to say, now you know I do.
Loud and proud, girl. Come on.
Absolutely. First of all, I echo everything that all the other divas have had to share. I'm also present to the 180 with Riah. From her desires, her dreams, her needs, her wants, everything being about her, to being able to come and be a person so young and yet getting so wise and mature and of service to others. I hear her innocent compassion, and it's really refreshing because to me it's encouraging to know that our future generation is able to start giving back, that we can see our future generation already giving back, and it gives hope for the future. So also I hear in Riah that she's coachable. She's someone that you can work with. She's able to listen. She's able to receive constructive criticism, and she's willing and able to grow in not just her craft, but as a person. And that's the kind of person that makes it easier to mold and develop in the industry and in life. So I am excited as well with the opportunity and the door that's been open for her, and the connections that's going to continue to come forth. And I am grateful to be here in this moment with all of you to watch it begin to blossom even from before and to this point and beyond.
Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So, Riah, I'm going to get ready to pass it on, but I definitely want you to hold on to the nuggets that you've received from all of the ladies and from Ronnie V this evening through this experience that you're having right now. Hold on to the moment that young person and that individual that touched your spirit when they shed tears, when they heard your music and how it resonated with you. Hold on to the moments that you were able to be yourself, transparent, authentic, bold, bodacious, and beautiful, in the presence of the senior citizens, the children, the homeless, the elderly, those that are disenfranchised, and you made a difference with, and who were impacted not only by you, but you were impacted by through your experiences. So as you elevate yourself and as you become an amazing artist, successful person who is just appreciated by all those that have come before you, don't forget to continue to be authentic, transparent, bold, and an amazing leader in the industry and in this world. So I honor you with that, Riah. And I know that we could share forever. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was just going to say, thank you for that, definitely. And just thank you, all of you guys, for having me on the show, all you beautiful ladies, and, the gentlemen. But thank you guys so much. All your words of encouragement, even the little wisdom, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're absolutely welcome.
Yes, indeed. I know we could share forever, but definitely for the sake of time. And it's time to hear from our listeners. So, Diva, what do you hear from the ether?
I hear miracles and inspiration. The voices from the ethers. Donna Winters first from Gulfport, Mississippi. The topics were great. I loved the commentary from the Divas. They had me think a lot about my occurring world and how self-righteous I have become. Doing the homework, I realized I have an excuse for almost everything I say I want in life and don't have. My biggest excuse centers around God. It's my go-to excuse when there is something about my behavior I need to change or need to take a risk. Most of my excuses are ways to avoid taking risks, and blaming God is not giving me what I want. The truth is, I am a coward, especially when it comes to relationships. I want a husband, but I want the relationship for me to be as risk-free as possible. I could stand to lose some butts in more ways than one. I love how this show is put together. It's much more interesting than the Divas workshops. The workshops are no nonsense. I love both shows. They are amazing. Thank you, Donna. That's great. And then from Yvonne Lampkin of Nashville, Tennessee. This was the best Thanksgiving ever, and I thank the Prosperous Divas and Ronnie B. Instead of the usual family fight over politics and current events, I was able to turn the conversations into discussions about the occurring world for those who had differing opinions. When everyone was leaving, there were big hugs and smiles on everyone's faces. My uncle, who is a staunch defender of President Trump, said he could understand why so many of us had opposing views and that it was okay. This is America. I was floored. I have learned so much from you, especially Diva Janice and Ronnie B. They are amazing. Wow, Yvonne. Congratulations. And from Nate Pulaski of San Jose, California. I loved the topics and how everyone spoke truth instead of being politically correct or dragging out the same tired platitudes. It was refreshing. The inspirational messages and food for thought you sprinkle throughout the show are timely and keep the show going. They make you think. The prosperity work is more powerful than I perceived, especially since I perceived I didn't have any areas where I lacked power. I did the exercise anyway and realized I lack power in almost every area where I have a desire that is not fulfilled. I have a lot of excuses I didn't realize were excuses. They were real issues. What a dunce I have been. I want a better relationship with my wife, quote, but she's always busy, unquote. I didn't realize that this is an excuse, not a reality. Thank you. I think you have saved my marriage. By the way, those recipes are off the chain. Wow. Amazing, Nate. Thank you. From Maria Snyder of Kingston, Jamaica. The music artist was horrible. He needs to get a new career, perhaps in accounting. I think the conversations with the Prosperous Divas demonstrate the work they showed us in their workshops in a real-life setting. I love how they keep possibility alive and stay down to earth without being preachy or dominating. We need more ladies like the Divas running governments and organizations. A big blessing to my sister in faith, Empress Nakia. She is the best. All right. Fantastic from Maria. Oh, wait. Marla. So sorry. Marla, let me check in with the Divas and see what's present for them from the voices from the ethers. So I am going to start with Diva Nikki. What's present for you, Diva Nikki? If you're there, please unmute, darling.
I am here and I am muted the phone. My pants are wet.
We want to hear what you have to say.
You know, I am really thankful that our audience and our participants get to see us in a whole different light, and they get to see and hear the evidence of us doing the work along with them, and that they are also continuing the work. And it just makes my heart smile because it means us doing the work and they doing the work and everyone sharing the work. It makes it better for everyone, not just us, but for everyone around us. Because at the end of the day, we're not becoming better people just so we can say, hey, I'm a better person. It's about what being a better person means to the world and that compound ripple effect. So I want to thank the ethers for sharing the compound ripple effect.
Wow. Well said, and thank you so much. And one of the things I so appreciate about you is that you always create context that carries through. All right. Now, how about Riah, our guest, Riah Michelle?
I would say that just what you guys are doing here on the show is amazing, because even just me being a guest, I feel so welcome to share my experiences, even to share my downfalls, because it's not a judgmental environment. And it's just so welcoming. It's full of things, you know, that I could take and learn from. It's full of not even just physical opportunity. It's full of spiritual opportunity, you know, for growth. And it's something that could really be healing to people. So, yeah, you guys are doing something amazing.
Fantastic. Is there anything about what got shared that you want to that had an impact on you or brought you present to something? What was shared from our guests from the ethers, our listeners?
What was shared that really had an impact on me was I think someone shared that they were blaming God for something. And that really hit because, so many times, you know, things don't go right. And I just, you know, I remember times that I wanted to yell at God and, you know, just be like, why, you know? And, you know, I couldn't, but so many times we get mad at God for stuff and it doesn't get us nowhere. And just hearing that really touched me because that's something that I went through that I had to overcome, and it wasn't easy. But I'm thankful that, you know, I overcame it because it made me a better person. So,
thank you. Thanks for sharing that. It's great. And darling Diva Janice?
Well,
so much was refreshing. I mean, absolutely refreshing. Quickly, it just reminded me of taking inventory yesterday when someone called and asked me to do something. I was like, oh, you know what? I did that like 10 years ago, and I remembered all the problems that came about. But it was like God said, yeah, those problems prepared you for now, and this is why it's such an ease now because you processed the problem. So it's nice to have problems and get through them and just be open. So it changed my perspective on trouble. It's my friend. Trouble is a good ally to have because it forces you to show up and to be present in life. And just hearing some of the comments from the people who have been hiding from life. So it's nice for us to be in a position to help people come out of the darkness and face life. So it's a good thing. It's really a good thing.
That's great. I love that. I love the way you put that about the coming out of the darkness. Yeah, it is like that. It definitely is. Thank you so much. And then,
you're welcome.
Thank you. It was one of those things like, no, thank you. No, thank you. And then next, Diva Jacqueline, what do you have to share with us?
Of course, these letters are always my favorite, hearing the feedback and just becoming present to how these conversations that we have affect the people that are listening in. So it's always wonderful. And the revelations that they have from listening to the things that we discuss, it's always so eye-opening. And, again, thank everyone who does write in and share their personal stories. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
There was a lot in these letters. It's some great revelations. I really like the guy. Was that Nate who?
Yeah, Nate from San Jose.
Yeah, was it Nate or the one who was talking about his wife? Yeah, it was Nate.
Yep, that's Nate.
And it's just, a reminder of like, wow, how much of a reality check you can have when you just start paying attention to those conversations that we have out loud. The stories we keep repeating to ourselves about why we can't or what's stopping us. Not even realizing that it's not even a reality, it's an excuse, like you said. So I really enjoy his letter. Yeah, absolutely. And again, thank you everyone for sharing.
Thank you, Diva Jacqueline.
No problem.
And then Empress Nakia.
Yes, ma'am. I always love, as I probably say that every week, but I really do always love when people choose to share with us the impact that the work is doing when they're doing the work, when they're engaged, and they're seeing us engaged as well. And when they give us the feedback that they do, because it helps us to continue to move forward and know that we're really making a difference in the world with people all over the world, which is amazing. Jamaica? Come on. California? Definitely. Nashville, Tennessee, like for real. Gulfport, Mississippi. So many different places, so many different ways. And, each week we have people from all over, more and more people that are sharing and, sharing what we do with other people. And the more people are impacted, the more people are touched, it helps the world, because this work is not about us. We doing our own work, and each person is able to contribute to someone else through our contribution to the world. And Marla Snyder, thank you for the blessings. They're always needed. The prayers, the lifting up, always. And, I definitely agree with Nate that the recipes are off the chain, because I'm looking to 10 minutes to make some chocolate chip cookies. That in 10 minutes is a long time, so I'm going to have to get with Miss Cookie on that one. And, for
Miss Cookies.
Okay. for so many families that have family members that are constantly in controversy behind President Trump, Yvonne, that was a significant level of communication that was held throughout the family for your uncle to really get an understanding and to acknowledge that, it is America, and it's okay to have a difference of opinion, different views, and that in itself
is really
amazing.
Great.
Indeed. And for Donna, man, as the Empress of Faith, using God as an excuse and blaming God on rare occasions, because I've blamed him on occasions, but I also had to get straight with myself and take responsibility for my failures to act or for the actions that I took that were not the actions that I should have taken. And being responsible for whatever happens and knowing that nothing is wrong and not blaming the world any longer and not blaming myself any longer, but just getting what's so. And
it's really great.
Said not any longer because at one point I did. So thank you all for sharing. Thank you, Robin. Love y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those are great points. I just want to, one of the things that I want to underscore is just briefly that in what Donna shared, and we've heard this from lots of our listeners, and that is there's a huge difference between hearing about an exercise and doing it. Like what Donna shared, I think was so instructive because she thought that there was nothing going on, and there was no area where there was not a lack of power. But guess what? Once she actually sat down and did the work, that was not the case at all. And so I just want to encourage everyone to actually. Oh, excuse me, that was Nate seeing that he lacked power in every area, and so that the difference is actually doing the exercise versus thinking about it. And I got to tell you that getting to tell everybody to read what the voices from the ethers are saying is really my very favorite part of what I get to do here. I love hearing what people are getting and how they're applying what we share and what we provide. And it's so great to know that we're making a difference for other people besides ourselves. And it's really, there's a universality to the work that we do and hearing from people all over the globe. So, Diva Nikki, are you there? Please take us to the break, dear heart.
All right. Well, coming up in the next segment, the finale with Riah Michelle, food for thought, and the prosperity work. Welcome back. We give it all to you on Grow Your Mind and Money, and we do it all with what? Love. Now, over to our Countess Jacqueline for the finale.
So we still have our special guest, Riah. Riah, I want to thank you for sharing, and I do have a few questions, so let's go. Now, what challenges do you see lurking in the waters that will try to slow you down or take you off the path from having your career as an entertainer succeed beyond expectations?
I see doubt. Doubt is the biggest thing that I feel would try to stop me. And it's not even other people's doubt. Sometimes it can be my own doubt within myself. So doubt. Yeah. I would say doubt.
Yeah. Common, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking in that arena, can you share with us 2 pitfalls that you've seen people fall into when it comes to being consistent in their actions for having their dreams and desires manifested?
two pitfalls that I think that I see people fall into is money and social media. The perception they get of, you know, celebrities and think that they have to, you know, be a different person to get to where they need to be. And that's going into the perception, you know, money that you just need a whole bunch of money to make it. And, you know, it's just not true. It's your beliefs, it's your dedication, it's meditation, it's so many things, you know. It's keeping, you know, your energy sacred, being sacred and being positive and giving in life, because whatever you give, you know, God will always give it back to you double. So I think those are the two pitfalls that people seem to fall into nowadays.
Okay. Well, you already got a head start on knowing about those three main areas that could kind of hold you back. So you already know what's lurking in the waters.
Yes, that is true.
Have you done anything to, like, prep yourself for those things when they come at you?
It's going to sound cheesy, but the main thing that I've done to prep myself for any of those things is to stay close to my Creator and my faith, because as long as I know that I am, you know, a soul in the body, and the body does not just make me, it helps me realize that no matter what is, you know, out there, you know, to try to make me feel like I'm supposed to be here, or I need this amount of money, or, you know, I got, you know, I know that I can overcome all of that mentally if I stick to those things.
Yes, ma'am. Well, could you share with us one practice that you use daily to keep yourself in action and focus on the results you intend to produce?
One thing I do daily, I pray. No, seriously. Yeah, you're probably going to be tired of hearing me saying that, but I spend a lot of time doing that. I spend a lot of time just trying to, you know, stay focused, keep my mind focused on what I'm doing, not sitting down, you know, to watch TV here and there, because I know I'll get off track, but just trying to talking to myself to stay focused, pretty much.
Stay focused, stay in the zone.
Yeah, and not letting distractions distract me.
Yeah, understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what do you have on your plate, and how can our listeners learn more about your music and performances?
Right now, I have on my plate. I'm working on a project, an album. I'm working on the videos. I'm working on something else I got in the works too with my sleeve, a little blog. I'm working on my website, which is something else that we're actually working on right now at the moment. A way that my listeners can keep up to date with all my performances or anything. My social media, my Instagram is Riah Michelle, RIAHMICHELLE, and it has 2 extra E's, so EE. My Facebook is just Riah Michelle. Twitter, Riah Michelle, the same thing as my Instagram with the 3 E's. And then I'm going to be posting a website, of course, when it gets there.
Okay, perfect. And did you also have videos on YouTube? Is that what?
Yeah, my videos on YouTube is going to be under my name. Basically, just type in Riah Michelle, or you can get to type in Riah Michelle. It don't really matter, and that should be the first thing that comes up. But the YouTube is Riah Michelle, and yeah, my name should pop up on there.
Okay. I look forward to checking it out, and I'm sure so does our audience.
Yeah.
Let me check in with the
Y'all enjoy everything. Thank you guys for having me on the show, and thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, please don't let it go before we get it. I'll give you my
of course
information.
not. I was going to check in with the divas.
Okay.
Going to check in with the divas. Let's check in with you first then, Diva Janice.
Absolutely, because I'm on the East Coast and I do have to go. But it has been a pleasure tonight. It has really, really been a pleasure. And it's just so encouraging
to everyone to keep those dreams alive. Oh, my gosh. And I look forward to making the connection off the air and helping to push the narrative forward. So I'm going to say God bless. And that's it for me.
Thank you. Thank you, Diva Janice.
Thank you so much.
Diva Robin.
Hi there. Well, I just noticed that there's a sense of this interview being a little bit different from any of the other interviews. I mean, they've all been supportive, but in this case, it's almost like we were divinely inspired to be here to uplift Riah and to move her career forward. And, of course, that's in retrospect after having heard the miraculous news from Diva Janice. But even so, there's a sense of we're her community, and we are here to bolster her, both in her, as a human being and as an artist. And again, Riah, thank you so much for your openness, your vulnerability, the care you have for other people, and for pushing yourself and persevering and expressing your creativity in the way that you do.
Thank you. You're welcome. No problem. No problem.
Well, let's check in with the Empress of Faith, Nakia.
Yay! I just want to say this has been an absolute pleasure to be a part of the team in the interview process with you, Miss Riah. I have already shared throughout the show how much you inspire, and your authenticity, transparency, and just your boldness is ever evolving. And you're will always and forever be an inspiration to so many people, whether they're millennials, our wiser communities, or what am I? I'm 44, so whatever that genre is. And I do want to also make share this one thing, especially with your song that we listened to. I thank you for that, because there are so many innocent children. There's so many innocent youth. There's so many innocent teenagers and young adults that have not experienced enough in life, or experienced the other side, or gone through anything. So when that song come out and gets shared amongst the masses, and I'll be sharing it as well, it allows people to dream. It allows love to be rekindled or created from nothing. It allows innocence to be exactly what it is, innocence. A genuine and authentic love that is to be experienced, enjoyed, appreciated, and grasped to the deepest ability within your core. And as more people in the world have an opportunity to reflect back or experience that, I think the world can become a better place, because our outlook on people, our outlook on society and life, we can take from that and get refreshed. So thank you for all that you're doing, and we will definitely want you to come back and share with us and, let us know, update, and stay in communication and share this interview with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Diva Nikki.
This episode was everything, like everything. And I'm just present to that. I'm present to this being everything. I'm very grateful, again, to have Riah here. But I'm also grateful because I was reminded via text in the beginning that I'm familiar with Riah. Riah, I had the opportunity of meeting Riah, and I knew I knew there was something special about her when I first met her, right before her mom left the neighborhood to go to Detroit. But we have a lot of great guests, like what was said earlier, and a lot of great work is done and everything with us, participants, and it just seemed like this episode, though, was just more freeing, more fun, more light, more insightful, more encouraging, more inspiring, more hopeful, and more youthful, and a lot of high energy. So I'm grateful to everyone, and especially Riah.
Thank you so much for that. That was really touching. And this segment has been very, very, very educational and inspiring.
Good to have you here.
Well, I'm listening, and Riah, you sound like a prosperous diva to me. I kind of think that one of these divas needs to have that conversation with you, but that's all I'm saying. Back to the comments.
I'd be glad to.
Definitely.
I'm open.
Thank you, Riah, for being on Grow Your Mind and Money and for sharing so powerfully and, being in alignment with us today. I do want to invite you to stay for the rest of the show. Okay? If that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay, perfect.
We'd love to.
Well, then you know what? Diva Nikki has something special that she whipped up for us on Food for Thought, and I am hungry.
Food for thought is like one of my faves. So, food for thought for today is adjust your tactics. Be honest with yourself. Are your thoughts, actions, perceptions, assumptions, and priorities bringing the results you desire? If so, expand on them. If not, make some changes. You are absolutely capable of attaining whatever goal you choose to follow. Yet, to achieve the desired output, you must provide the appropriate input. Conditions change, and what once worked very well may no longer be effective. Be willing to recognize reality and to adjust your approach. There is no cause to be dismayed when you realize your current approach is not working well. Because what you have then is the opportunity to find a more effective way to operate. Today is a great time to objectively evaluate your results. Today, if necessary, you can adjust your tactics so they bring you exactly where you wish to be. Given the theme, adjust your tactics, one action I will take on this week is my approach for the new year for exiting 1 year into the next. My approach in welcoming and inviting others into my space. My approach in adding positive reflection to all around me, starting with myself. That is one action. Some actions I will take this week. And over to you, Diva Robin, for the prosperity work.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Diva Nikki. So, self-expression and open to receive. We say we are committed to having greater prosperity and abundance in our lives, but it seems like we just can't make it happen. That is the time to look deeply and be honest for where we are focusing our energy. Are we free to seek what is needed or missing to have our desires fulfilled? Are we open to receiving the manifestations of our desires, however they look? Where we focus our thoughts is where the energy goes. If we are constantly seeking, yet we do not find, we must ask ourselves where freedom is missing and being open to receive is lacking. So the work. You are going to write 3 desires where you lack freedom or power, and you make excuses for those desires not being fulfilled. Ask this question: what conversations can I let go of about myself and others that would restore my sense of power and freedom with this desire? What do I say I desire where I qualify what I want with the word but? Do I need to give up the but? Create a list of buts. My favorite conversation. Create a list of buts that are keeping you from fulfilling your desires, and share that list with at least 3 people who will support you in letting go of the but. Do not attempt this alone. Get support. It is the key. Do not attempt to do this alone. And say this affirmation daily: I am open to receive the good that surrounds me. Share your list with at least 1 person daily and invite them to participate as well. Remember, demand a miracle. Empress Nakia, please take us away.
Coming in January, Future Wealth. The future creating, manifesting now. A new series by the Prosperous Divas. A world of peace and prosperity, one listener at a time. Until next time, grow your mind and money. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Peace, love, and blessings. Till next time.